What's... Oh, man. Hold on. I need coffee. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Sekapoko here, bringing you another episode of One Piece Treasure Cruise News. For this, we'll be going over the brand new Shanks coming out to the Japanese version, which is a very hype unit, very kind of meta starting unit. Really interesting unit overall. Also, we're going over the new Zoro Sanji unit coming out to the treasure mode that is going to be dropping sometime in the next week or two. Also, be going over some of the units that go along with them, so you'll be able to see the treasure mode units that are coming along in this batch, which are secret, of course. And if you do need information on any of the Reddit posts that we're going to be talking about today, they are in the description below. So make sure you check those out if you guys do want to just the written version of that. But having said that, we're going to jump right into it. So, Seka, why is Shanks awesome? Well, first off, he's a 2.75 universal captain. First off, 2.75 rainbow sounds pretty freaking good to me. I mean, that's awesome right there. I love 2.75 rainbow. Tell me more about this rainbow captain. He's going to be he's going to boost HP by 1.35. And then he does something different. When the crew consists of 4 or more characters of the same color or type. So if you have 4 strength characters, 4 quick characters, 4 dex characters, 4 int characters, or 4 side characters in your crew, you're going to boost the attack by 3.5 instead. Really nice here is that it's actually going to do it for the entire crew. So like if you had Shanks as your captain and you had 4 side units, it will boost the captain effect as well as these subs. So that part I like a lot. I like that he doesn't really have any flaws as far as captain ability goes. As far as team building goes, that'll be very interesting. The really nice thing is that the hardest part about building a color advantage team is getting the type boost. And what Shanks does is he actually makes it so that that part is not even an issue. So what Shanks does is for 1 turn, boost 0.9 to the chain multiplier, which will start your chain at a 2.2 multiplier. 4, 5, and end your chain at a 3.7 multiplier, which is extremely strong. The thing is, chain lock and chain boosting are both very good, and it really just depends on where you want your last hit to lie versus your first hit to lie. If you need more damage that's spread out between your characters because your last character hits are not going to be as strong, then it would matter to be more of a chain lock type team. If your teams are more back-ended and you have like 2 units that are very strong, it's better to have a chain boost. Either way, it is extremely strong, definitely the best chain boost in the game. And the nice thing is that he is a 0.9 chain multiplier boost regardless of your team composition. So that by itself is actually very strong. Now the second ability he has is when the crew consists of 4 or more characters of the same color or type. Strength, dex, quick, psi, or int, he's going to change all orbs, including block orbs, to the type where those 4 characters belong to. And for 1 turn, boost the attack of all characters of that type by 2.25, which is insanely good. First off, it's a full board orb manipulate to 1 color, which is really good because you can actually have a beneficial orb manipulate along with that to make that orb beneficial. Let's say if it was Psi and you wanted to have all Psi orbs be beneficial, then you can actually use a Bellamy special to make all of those orbs matching. If it was Strength, then you can make you can use TM Ace to make those matching. There are tons of different ways of getting that orb to be matching for your entire team nowadays because of all the Sailor effects that are out now, as well as what is going on in the game. So definitely a very cool special as far as the orb manipulate goes. Now, as far as the attack boost, he is the second 2.25 boost in the game, and they did him really well. Wow! 2.25 to that type. Now, that's kind of a disadvantage if you're going to be using Shanks as a captain and using like an all-side team, because if you were to do that, then you're going to be getting only a 2.25 boost to that side team and not a 2.25 boost to your first 2 hits with your Shankses, which is actually okay. It may seem like it's not a good thing, but the thing is, Shanks is a chain booster and not a chain locker, which means your first 2 hits are going to be the weakest and your last 2 hits are going to be the strongest. And there's going to be a massive difference between the 2. So here you start your chain at 2.2 and you end it at 3.7. That is a very big difference. He is a very strong character. I don't think there's anything wrong with his kit. Now, as far as his types go, he is going to be a free spirit and cerebral character that is going to have a 3,740 HP at max limit break. He's going to have 470 recovery, 1,714 HP, and 5 combo hits. The 5 combo hits I can live with, but you know, it's fine. He's going to max out at max limit break at 14 turns, which suggests he's going to be either at 15 or 16 turns when he max skills. His limit break abilities are going to be Enrage, side damage reduction, and pinch healing, which I think is actually a really good idea. Having Enrage on this character, damage reduction against Psy, which will be really good in pinch healing, all kind of synergize well together with the cerebral meta. Very interesting character. Now, as far as having this character on a cerebral team, not really sure. His Sailor ability is when the crew consists of 4 or more characters of the same type, boost the attack of every type by 125, which means your whole team is a lot stronger already, which is very cool. Now, this Sailor ability is really good on teams that have chain locking mechanics, but it can also be good on chain boosting, just not as effective because you would want your last hits to be much stronger, but it does work out on those teams as well. Now, I don't know when you're going to be using the Shanks as a Sailor, but you could use him with the new TM Zoro that's coming out. I don't know why you would, but you could. Overall, my thoughts and opinions on this Shanks is that he's amazing. I really don't know why they came out with a color boosting character. I'm very surprised, to say the least. I'm very happy because it's different. What we've seen is a lot of class boosting captains, not type boosting captains, and we've seen a lot of mix and matches so that you can roll around between characters. And the thing is that when they're bringing out these dual units, they brought in a lot of different types, a lot of different colors, and what they've done is they made it so that it's a little bit easier for you to bring this type of character on a color team instead of a type team, which is a color team instead of a class team, which is very cool. I like that a lot. And it doesn't really change the meta too much because it's the first character of this entire type of genre in a long time. The only ones that I know of that are like this are like Cy Frankie, Duval, the original Shanks, things like that. And overall, I'm actually pretty happy that they came out with a character like this because it is going to change the way we build our teams a little. It's going to add a different layer to our teams, give us a different advantage when we're using colors instead of types. So now we can use, instead of using classes, we'll have a different style of captain, which I like a lot. Unfortunately, he is in, so you won't be able to use him on your Lucy teams. I don't really think you're going to be using this character on cerebral teams. You wouldn't really use this character on a lot of teams. He is a kind of a standalone at this point, and he is kind of a meta shift alert character. And he may be good on a free spirit team, which is really good because he is a free spirit character. And the thing is, you can actually get 4 free spirit units of the same color because of the new Luffy. If you're using 2 quick characters as subs, and you use the Luffy Ace as captain, and you switch them to quick, well, before you pop the Shanks special, it will be considered as 4 quick units. So you will be able to use this with the new Ace. It's a Luffy Ace combo. I'm not calling him Lace. Lace is retarded. Don't even ask me. Don't call him Lacy either. It's Luffy Ace. Just Luffy. It's easy. Just do it. He is a really good sub for that team, which is very interesting. And it's really nice for this team because he actually replaces Sabo as a 6+ Sabo as a character, which is really funny because 6+ Sabo just came out as a power creep to other characters, and now that we have this Shanks in here, he's actually going to be a power creep to the 6+ Sabo because you can actually use this character as a color booster on a free spirit team, which is really interesting. I do like this a lot, and I do like that they came out with this unit, and they kind of removed. They came out with a Kobe that was going to be for this character, and they kind of power creeped him within a day, so that's funny. The other thing that's nice about this unit is that if you did need a Koalasan unit for a type boost and then another type boost after that, a type boost and a class boost, you would have options to do different things. So if you need to have strength characters on your team and like do more damage to a different stage on stage 4, then you would be able to switch back to quick and then use this 2.25 boost in the final boss. So it definitely gives you more options, which I really like. And that the fact that it's a 0.9 chain boost also supersedes the Marco, which is very interesting. So it does do more chain boosting than the Marco on that team. So I think as a TS Luffy A sub, this is actually one of the optimal subs you can run if you have the correct team. The next unit we're going to be talking about today is going to be the brand new treasure mode Zoro and Sanji. Zoro and Sanji are really, really cool, and they are definitely going to be a very high treasure mode unit. The first part of which is very easy to understand. They are going to be a 3.75 Dex and Psi booster, and they're going to treat Dex and Psi as matching. Can anyone say Lucy? Woo! That is awesome. I really like this character. Really, really cool. Definitely a very, very nice unit. It is essentially a free-to-play character that is a 3.75 static boost, which is the highest free-to-play boost as a static boost in the entire game, which is very cool. The only one that rivals it is the TM Cavendish at a 3.75 after 3 units of the same color, which really cool. You can actually run this on the same team if you do it right. Unfortunately, I don't know if they're driven. We don't know if they're slasher. We don't know. If you run them with the Dex Zoro, maybe they're driven. I don't actually know. We'll see. We'll have to keep going and figure out what they are. The Sanji Captain ability is -2 turn CD at the beginning of the run and boost the attack of Dex characters by 2 times. So you still get a minor boost on your Dex characters and a 2.75 Psi booster, which is a very good captain ability because you are still no matter what characters you run in your team, you can run the Sanji captain, and then the Zoro is just the inverse of that, -2 cooldown, and then he's going to boost Psi by 2 times and 2.75 times Dex. So if you want to flip flop between the characters, you're able to do that. We do not know what the captain swap ability is. We don't know if it gets rid of Orb Seal. We don't know if it gets rid of Paralysis. We don't know any of that stuff yet. Maybe the dual unit system is going to be very similar for just like the Luffy Ace is, and getting rid of these kinds of mechanics. We don't know, but we hope it is. His special ability, which is going to give them an amazing captain ability for their burst turn, is going to boost the orb effects of Dex and Psi units for 1 turn and become Zoro Sanji. He's going to boost the orbs by 2.25 for Dex and Psi, which is very cool. I very much like this unit. Now, of course, dual units do suffer from this mechanic that is a TS Luffy style mechanic, where you can only use them in 1 turn, and you're going to have to use other characters in the other turn. Now, that is going to make it so that hybrid captains are going to be more usable with this character. They're going to make it so that you're going to need different styles in different rooms. You can always pop 2 Zoro Sanji specials at once. We don't know if they're going to last 3 turns, 2 turns. We don't know any of that information yet. We just know what they do so far. The nice thing is also their specials will do either 30 times Dex or 30 times Psi damage that goes through barriers and defenses, which is actually kind of really good. 30 times damage, if you're not aware, doesn't seem like a lot of damage because you've seen characters 100 times, 200 times, whatever. And when you do a 30x times multiplier times 1500 damage, they can land about 45,000 damage, which doesn't seem like a lot. But the thing with treasure mode units is when they limit break and you candy them, they get to around 1750 to 1800 damage, which can be about 54,000 damage. So if you're doing a 50k wave clear that goes through barriers, that actually is a lot. And we don't know if this character gets a wave clear that with Enrage. We don't know if they have all these other mechanics along with them. So my guessing it's about a 50k wave clear that goes to barriers. Overall, that's actually really good because there's now 2 free-to-play characters that have wave clear that goes through barriers, which is really good. We have the Koalasan Pedro, and then we have this unit. Both of which are kind of going to be hard to attain, not going to lie. But either way, that's actually a very, very powerful thing because having units that can go through barriers as a wave clear is one of the more difficult mechanics that we have in the game. The only other unit that does that is the one that no one wanted to farm, TM Whitebeard. Treasure mode Whitebeard does that too. And a lot of people think, oh no, I'm not going to farm Whitebeard, he sucks, ah! Yeah, 200k wave clear that goes to barriers is not suck. Imagine having 5 units on the field with barriers on them. What are you going to do? You're going to bring your amazing 6+ up? Oh, fuck, I didn't pull on that Sugo. I wish I had something else. Oh, I have TM Whitebeard. You could use Magellan too. I don't have Magellan because I didn't pull on that Sugo. Well, I have TM Whitebeard. Overall, I do like this unit a lot. He is definitely not the best treasure mode character in the game. That is definitely reserved for the Ace, treasure mode Ace, because of what he does. He is such a better character as overall, and I believe the Sabo is better than this unit too, and the Mihawk. I would put this unit, if I was going to rank all the treasure mode units, I would say the #1 overall unit is going to be Ace, and then the #2 is going to be Sabo because of all his crazy cool mechanics, then Mihawk. And then after that, we're going to have the Zoro Sanji, and that would probably be and then after that would be Cavendish. The reason I would say Zoro Sanji is a little bit better than Cavendish is because this Zoro Sanji can actually get that 3.75 with just building a whole color team, and you can get the orb boost on the color team. And now that we have a color boosting captain, you can do that too. With the new Shanks. So there are ways around it, and there are tons of ways of getting a Dex and Psi type boost. And the best way that I can think of that's really easy and that's been in the game for a very long time is TS Robin, who boosts Dex and Psi by 2 times. Oh, look at that! It's super easy! We've had that unit for a very, very long time, and it's really funny that they make Robin good on a Sanji and Zoro team. Just based in Straw Hats. I mean, if they're going to make a whole Straw Hat group, that's going to be a color crew, that's going to be revolve on this team, that would be very cool as well. I mean, that would be also even better if, you know, if there was no other units on this team that were just super lame. We could do Frankie on this team. I don't know why you would, because that would be like 2 orb boosters, maybe 3 orb boosters if you're using double Zoro Sanji captains. You know, who knows. Overall, this is definitely a farmable unit, definitely a must farm unit for the future, because dual units are a thing. And do not take anybody's advice that's telling you that this is not a unit to farm. This is a very good unit to farm. We've seen how game-breaking dual units are with the Luffy Ace, and if you do not have the forethought to farm this unit because you're not thinking this character is going to be good, I think you need to rethink your thinking just a little bit because of how broken dual unit mechanics are. And if you're not in belief that this character is going to be awesome, trust me here, farm this unit. He's so good. There are tons of times where people have said Treasure Mode Whitebeard is not good. And there are tons of people that use him saying, oh yeah, I'll just use CM Whitebeard here, right here. And then a lot of people say, oh, I can't use him because I didn't farm him because he sucked. Farm your TM units, guys. The last 2 characters on here are going to be the brand new Treasure Mode Kuma and Treasure Mode Monet. What I'm really mad about is they made these characters look awesome, and first off, we don't know what they do yet. We're trying to get we have the data miners extra time today, but I don't think they had time. They went to bed or something. What I'm really sad about is they look awesome, right? They look really cool. I love the art on the Kuma. Both arts on the Kuma are very kind of iconic, and they have I love the little paws through everything. That thing's cool. The Monet makes her look like a beast. I love that. I mean, she's not really a waifu, but man, those jugs on the second picture, holy crap. It's like they're coming at you. But definitely a disappointing thing that they are TM units. It's really, we also know that since they are int units, that the final boss, because also the Shanks is also an int unit, is going to be a Psi unit. It's probably going to be the Zoro Sanji, but they're going to be a Psi version of the Zoro Sanji. Probably the stage 4 will be a Dex the Dex version, which will be Zoro, and then the stage 5 will be the Psi version, just because it kind of makes sense with type advantage, color advantage, and the whole theme they're going for today is, you know, color, bring the right color. So that's where we're going to end this episode of One Piece Treasure Cruise News. My name is Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of One Piece Treasure Cruise News. If you guys did enjoy the news, make sure you smack the like button down below, as well as the subscribe button down below, so we got lots of support in the channel. Of course, keep the channel growing. If you guys do need the links for anything we provided today, they're always in the description below. So if you do want to click those, make sure you click those to get your Reddit life on. If you guys do want to get notifications on all my videos, make sure you smack the bell notification right next to it, so you guys get notifications every time I drop a video. Have a great rest of the day, guys. Peace.